In addition to cleanups with the Coastal Federation, living on the water, and again, I spend a lot of time paddling, is especially after Hurricane Florence, but even still now, and even before Hurricane Florence, I'm constantly finding a piece of someone's dock floating. Sometimes it's just a piece of wood. Sometimes it's a section of polystyrene float. I don't want to contribute to that problem. I mean, things can happen, and you just have to make your best effort. And I really always think, when you know better, you do better. And now that I know better, I wanted to do better. Our dock was, we estimate, about 40 plus years old, and was starting to fail. The structure of it was starting to fail. It had been redecked many times over the years, but the actual structure, the pilings and the supports were original from, we believe, back in the 70s possibly, and they were starting to fail. We had shipworms that got in and were then causing rot, and it was last year starting to become a little unsafe, so we decided it was time to bite the bullet and do some upgrades and replacements to it. So we have 56 feet of fixed walkway that we had to pull all the pilings from and remove all the decking and all of those things. We replaced all the pilings. Code is now different, so it actually required more pilings. They were spaced further apart than its current code, so we have more pilings went back than came out. We also took that opportunity to raise the decking up about a foot to give us a little bit more wiggle room. We don't really, in the 4 years we've lived here, we have not ever had water come above the decking, but we also have been very fortunate that we haven't had a very, very strong storm in that time. Neighbors that have been here for a while have told us that during Hurricane Florence, the water was up, probably would have been close to what we now have. This covered structure here would have been close to the beams that support the roof of that. So anyway, we took the opportunity to go ahead and raise it up about a foot. And then we replaced all the decking with a product that enables water to flow through it. It's a plastic product, but it's intended to be out in the sun for years and years. It shouldn't degrade. People have been using this for a decade or more now, so I feel like it's a proven technology. The flow-through aspect of it allows water, when the water is high, to go through, and instead of pressing on the decking and potentially pulling it or pushing it up, and then you have marine debris from that material floating away, it allows the water to just go through. So those are the advantages there. Our marine contractor that we worked with Intercoastal Installs was very happy to learn new things whenever I had an idea, because working with the Coastal Federation on the Resilient Docks program, I had some ideas that he had never done before, but he was very willing to learn about it and do that along with me. And I know, talking to him just recently, he's installed a couple of docks recently using some of the things we had him do that just weren't in his usual repertoire. So that's very important to me. So I would say, when you're interviewing contractors, when you call and get quotes, certainly ask them if they're familiar with building a resilient dock. A lot of them, again, because of Hurricane Florence, are more familiar with those things now. The through flow kind of decking is a good example of that. Prior to Hurricane Florence, I almost never saw that, like extremely rarely, and now it does seem to be starting to be more of the norm. But that's certainly a question to ask when you're talking to contractors. And then even if the contractor you choose to use isn't maybe super familiar, the Coastal Federation has a document that's viewable online. Could be printed if you needed to, but it's certainly viewable online, that can be shared with them, and it's, can be a learning process. None of the things required to make a resilient dock are crazy new technologies. It's just maybe a different product or a different way of doing bracing or things like that.